Good morning, everybody. I am Sharon Wilcox, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming live to you from Chesapeake, Virginia. And I am a minute or two late, I do believe. Sorry about that. I wanted to get a daisy cut out for you because I want to show you a fun fold. So if you want to create a template or make a fun fold this morning, what you want to do is have a piece of quarter sheet of cardstock, any color, probably best for these templates to use junk that or colors you don't really like or whatever. So this is a quarter sheet. Okay, so it's 4¼ by 5½. And then you want to have a card front that opens, but you're going to cut that down a 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 4 inches by 5¼ okay, so that it'll layer like this. All right, this type of thing. Then you want another scrap piece. It's just a square. You can use any designer series paper that you want. And you want to cut this one at 3 5/8. Okay, and that's really all you need for this as far as the card stuff goes. So how is everybody? So happy to be here. Couple of quick things. I haven't had my second cup of coffee this morning, so let me indulge. It's been a busy week. Every week is busy. I missed everybody last week, but I was having so much fun. No, last week I was here. It was the week before. Oh, see how time just flies with me. And I'm not kidding when I say I've been very busy. I have been to the dentist 3 times because once they forgot to do something. Second time they had to redo something, and the third time was for my original one. But I'm getting ready for implant surgery on my tooth, and that's a major deal. So lots of things go into that, and it's months and months and months of whatever. So that just leads me right into a couple of quick updates. So tomorrow I'm actually going in for hand surgery. So no nail polish, had that all taken off. But I've got the trigger finger and these 2 fingers and my thumb, and it's gotten so bad. I almost couldn't open my bedroom door this morning. I was about ready to call for John when I finally was able to do it, because we got knobs and next to impossible to do these days. But the point here is next Thursday I will not be live because one, my hands, I have a feeling I might be able to do stuff, but maybe not enough to do everything. I don't know. I have to wait and see what they say. But the other one is because of my dental surgery on Tuesday. So the combination of those 2 things, just count me out for next week. I apologize, but I promise you, when I come back, I'll be showing you some more new stuff, okay? So I hope everybody is wonderful this morning. And if I didn't thank you enough for coming out to my sale when I was in Cincinnati, thank you again. I so appreciate each and every one of you. If you need the new catalog and don't have it, please let me know. I'll get that out to you. So I've got a couple of things that I want to share with you. So let me hop right down to my desktop here, and hopefully we're working. So just give me a thumbs up or some love to let me know you see that desktop this morning. Last couple of weeks have been a little hairy because of how my program works now, but I think I figured it out. So hopefully we're good and we're down on my desktop. So, all right. So annual catalog, new, love, lots of fun things in it, and I've got lots of new fresh things to show you. But today I'm showing you a couple things that you've already seen, mainly because I absolutely love them. How's that? How about my new pad? Do you like this? And look, it's all the end colors, the new end colors on this border. And the fun thing is that you can actually order these for your own desktop. I love that it has measurements on this side. It has inches, and this side it has the metric. So I love that. Um, but I use these all the time. You may have noticed I have different ones each time. Well, not different ones, but I have something like this under me every time. So it's always good to keep your desktop clean, and away we go. So one of the first things I want to show you, let me get this mouse out of our way. One of the first things I want to show you is a kit, and it's called Sentimental Rose Kit. It is not a new kit, but I don't always focus on them. But this is exactly how they wanted you to do these. And I have to say, I've always been in love with this rose stamp, and I just never opened it and used it. So I decided this week I would do that. Now, on a couple of mine, I've changed the direction and how they go. I changed the words. I didn't use congratulations because right now we don't really have a use for congratulations. I did use happy birthday. I did not use happy Mother's Day. I guess I could send that to my uh, daughter-in-laws maybe, but I don't do that typically either. So yay, thank you, Edie, for letting me know you see my desktop. Every now and again I can glance up and see what people write, but it's not always the easiest. So, but anyways, let me show you this kit because I'm telling you it is amazing. Doesn't matter if you are a beginner stamper or if you're an advanced stamper, you can add and take away from this particular stamp set or any of these kits. It comes with an absolutely gorgeous set of stamps, and I just use them, and they're not right here. I just use them. I don't know where the whole set is. I'll find it before our morning is over because I did have it right here. But this beautiful rose, look at it. That's what that looks like. You're going to see that again. And I pulled off this piece too, which is the leaves. So pretty. But each of these kits do come with a block again and an ink. In this case, the ink spot was gray granite. Now, I don't open and use these because I have all of our ink pads and I save them and I give them away. Sometimes I create my own little kits and I'll give those away. So anyways, let me show you this because again, when somebody gets this kit, they've got their ink and they've got their block, they've got the stamps that came in the kit, and it's just the perfect gift for somebody who wants to create but doesn't want to commit to buying a whole lot, or for you to create a beautiful handmade gift for somebody. This particular one came with this acrylic box. I loved the box, and you create this little wrap to go around it. I love that. That was so pretty. And then here are the cards. Let me pull these out. What do you think of these? I just think they're gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And some of it is pre-printed and some of it is stamped. Okay, so on this one, the only stamping, oops, sorry, got out of focus here. The only stamping are the green leaves and the happy birthday. And this is the one that the card was supposed to go this direction, but because I layered this piece on this corrugated piece, the direction I did, I needed to turn it this way. So even when you make a little boo-boo, it's okay. You can fix it. And I don't even consider that a boo-boo, even though they wanted you to turn it this way. The envelopes that come with it are absolutely gorgeous. Each one is colored on the flap on the inside, and these fit perfectly in there. I also stamped the rose on the inside, and using the sponge brushes that we have, I sponged a bit of the ink, and this is actually Flirty Flamingo, and I use that seafoam green. Is that what that's called? Let me get that real quick. Just a soft seafoam, soft seafoam. So there are 3 of these, and this is where I think they had you put, no, this one was the, it was happy birthday on there, but I changed it up again. I wanted to bring in a little more of that green, so I used the green banner, and it's a different shape, as you can see. Okay, but just pretty. And these little dots, those come in there. You get those as well. I must have mixed these up a little bit because I only have 2 of these right here, but that's okay. And that's the envelope again. I tucked my card down in my envelope, especially for gift giving. And then this one, the thinking of you. Look at how beautiful that is. Now this one, they called to stamp it in just the gray granite, and all of the sponging in the background, the speckles and everything, that is already on this card, and I love that. So all I did was stamp the rose and stamp the leaves. There's all kinds of words in this besides the thinking of you, happy birthday. There's a happy Mother's Day. Gosh, I'm crazy that I can't find where I put that stamp set. And it's not like it's that big of a mess here. I don't know. But, and you'll notice this one, I did the same thing on the inside. I stamped the rose and the gray. I did some sponging just to give it a little color. And then the inside of the envelope is that beautiful yellow. But on this one, at first I thought I wasn't going to like the rose done in the gray granite, but I do. But in this one, I stamped it in Daffodil Delight first. I didn't like it, so I stamped over top of it with the gray granite, and it gave it some of the yellow, pull the yellow out here. And I like that. And this, of course, was all pre-done. I just stamped the words of thinking of you. And then there's 3 of those. And then this one I think is so gorgeous. Oh, here's the other happy birthday one. This one I think is so gorgeous because, well, I just do. And look at this print over here. It's got some words. It's like typeset, but it's really pretty. I stamped this one as a thank you. And again, this half card with all this sponging and speckle on it was already there. I didn't do that. What I did was stamp, and even the Flirty Flamingo was already there. There's a little bit of yellow there. That was on this card. I stamped the rose and I stamped the leaves. That's all I did, besides stamping thank you. So this just makes a gorgeous, gorgeous set. Even your baker's twine comes in there. Let me pull this out. And on the inside, I did the same thing. I added some sponging because I wanted to duplicate the front, what this looked like, and then stamp the rose in the gray granite. And then look at that beautiful envelope. It's got that typeset there. Just beautiful. So there's 3 happy birthdays because I use a lot of happy birthdays, and I even put a thank you in there. So you can change it up a little bit. You could create other things, but the fact that it comes like this, and you get this amazing case that you simply put together, it's simple, easy to do, and then you have the belly band that goes on there with all of your cards in there. This would make a beautiful gift. And if you happen to be doing craft shows, this would make a wonderful thing to sell, this whole packet. And if you wanted to, you can make them all happy birthdays or all thank yous, or all get wells, whatever you wanted to make those. So keep in mind these gorgeous kits, because I'm telling you, they are much more beautiful in person than what you see sometimes in the catalog. Okay, and all the step-by-step instructions are in here. If you can look at a picture, you can tell what to do. When they show you these are little glue dots, and you get those in your kit. This is dimensionals when they show you. Let me bring that up just a little closer. When they show you these, those are dimensionals, and this is glue dots. So they even tell you what to use where. So very cool. I've got extras of this stuff. It's really cool. So I'll be using those. Extras of, oops, my paper snips are caught in there. Extras of these pieces as well. And I think there were a few other little extra pieces that are over there. So wonderful, wonderful. And then you've got the stamp set to use again, which I love that so very much. Okay, now, do you remember last week when I showed you this adorable card that I got in a swap? And I actually made this one. It was a shoebox swap here in Virginia, another demonstrator here. So this was her design, and I forget which demonstrator it was. There were so many there that day, but the way this opened was this piece here, and then this opened like this. Okay, how cute was that? And I said, I love this design, but I wanted to use paper that we now sell. We don't have this, and we don't have this seashell because it was discontinued. Now, if you're not a demonstrator, you may already own some beautiful things like this that you could use, but I changed it up a bit, and I used the sea turtle again, and I want to show you something about the sea turtle. I don't think I shared it with you. And of course, I showed you my beautiful samples that Michelle had done for me of this Beauty of the Deep. Well, I combined the two of them, and this is what I came up with. And this is the original card, and this is what I came up with. And I use the same layout. The only difference is this is designer series paper, and this I stamped. And this piece here, oh my goodness, can you see that shimmer? All right, I'm going to show you where to find that in the catalog because it is gorgeous. So using the stamp set called Beauty of the Deep, you can see all of these pieces on here, and even our little fish. And then on the inside I did the same thing, and I brought this baby sea turtle in there. He's looking for his mama. So there we go. And I used a lot of the new in colors, you know, the pecan pie, the lost lagoon, blueberry bushel. This is that new pebbled path, which I love. This is just our soft suede. Which one is that? I don't have that out here. Crumb cake. Have to remember those things. Crumb cake. And I did sponge. This was just white cardstock, and I sponged using our sponge brushes. I love it. And I sponged that in the Lost Lagoon as well. But I love how this turned out. I thought it was adorable. And yeah, these two sets, they you know, if there was a marriage, it would be these between stamp sets. They're meant to be. Okay, it happens like that with a lot of our stamp sets, and I love it. They're great standalone, but they're awesome when you combine them. So it really expands what you can do. Let me show you on page 127, down here at the bottom. It's called Soft Shimmer, and I want to tell you about this. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is beautiful. I'm pulling it out over here to show it to you, the actual pieces. This is what it looks like. Now, in the catalog, you see I have this starred and marked in red, 5 double-sided sheets. They are not. That is a misprint, okay, because most of our designer series paper is double-sided. But this specialty paper is not. But this is just stunning, beautiful Bubble Bath, Berry Burst, Night of Navy, Lost Lagoon, and Peacock. Um, Absolutely gorgeous, and I think you can see all of that beautiful shimmer, and the other side is white. Okay, it is not double-sided, so you might want to make a note of that in your catalog so that you don't feel cheated if you order that. But it is beautiful, beautiful paper, and I love them. Absolutely love them. So that's where this came from. This is the Lost Lagoon Shimmery, and I just thought it worked so well with this. So if you don't have designer series paper, find something else, okay? I stamped him in Night of Navy. No, I did not. I stamped him in Misty Moonlight, and then I stamped off and used Boho Blue is what I used. Okay, and what I wanted to show you, let me see if I can grab a little piece of scrap paper. Here's a little scrap. And let me just show you this, because these stamps, and I'll just use the little guy for right now because it's easier. These are called double-sided stamps, and they're very unique in the fact that, let me get a bigger block here, bigger than whatever you are, bigger than B. This is a little bigger, but it's big enough. Okay, and I'm going to use these two colors because they just happen to be sitting right here. And so this is the typical side that you stamp on, okay, with the texture and whatever that's going to give you all of that beautiful detail, okay? And that is called Misty Moonlight, okay? Then we got to clean this off. Now I keep my chamois, I keep two of them in one of our old stamp cases, and I can order more of these. So, and I have quite a few of them in my closet because I use them a great deal for a lot of different things. So there's that one. And then you take that same stamp, once you've cleaned it, pull it off and flip it over. Now this side is smooth. There's no detail to it. So let's go ahead and ink him up, and this time in the boho blue. But I don't want it quite as intense, so I'm going to stamp it off, okay? And we're just going to look through the stamp. Oh, my head's probably in the way. I apologize. And we get pretty good at this. Not too bad at all. And that gives you all of your detail. Now, how cool is that? So you clean that off, and then you're done. So if you're doing several of these, I would do one side, all of them first. But how fun is that? Here it is. I stamped it. Here's another one. I mean, you can't hardly stop stamping them. They're so pretty. This is the new Azure Blue. I love it. I think it is gorgeous. So that's how you do those two-sided stamps, okay? And when you look at the set, that's what these more gray shadowed, each one of these has two-sided, so you could use them either way. And I love that. I love these bubbles. And of course, this is not shown. This is only shown at 60%. There's your full size. I mean, that's a big turtle. And even the little one, look how little that is compared to how big he really is. I love it. And that's the little guy. So anyways, there we go. That's how you do those. Now, I wanted to create another one of these using flowers. So why not bring in another of my favorites, which is the daisy set. And you see, once again, I have that beautiful Cheerful Daisies, that beautiful shimmer paper again, this time in the peacock. And here it is in the lagoon. Oh, I'm just so in love. And instead of using sea turtle, I use the daisy. And I stamped the daisies in gray granite. This one I did not stamp off before doing. These I did, and I like the lighter shade better. There's nothing wrong with that. I just prefer the lighter. And then I used our lemon lolly, which I love. I did put words on the front, wishing you the brightest birthday, using our beautiful shimmer, and then this on the inside. So I can stamp more messages on the inside. Now on this one, you'll notice, let's see if you can see. Do you see on the background, there's some extra there, and you've got the leaves? All right, so in the peacock, pretty peacock, I went ahead and cut out this big die right here. Okay, I cut that out, and I cut it apart because I didn't want this daisy. I wasn't using this daisy. I just used the other three. And when you run this through on the peacock, then I was able just to snip where I wanted to. I even snipped this piece off because I wanted it down here. But I kind of offset it so that there was some of that showing behind my daisy. I don't know. I liked how that looked. But again, it's your design. There is no right or wrong. So let me show you how simple this is to make. And if you pulled out your pieces of designer series paper, then you're ready to play with me. So let me do that. Put these away. And here's another one of the turtles that I made, but I didn't like these colors on this particular color combination. You see, I didn't care for that too much. It was a little too bright, so I went with the navy. But you know what? This little guy's gonna come around. I don't know. I'll use him for something else, without a doubt. So here is my piece, and oh, I'll be dipped. I can't find my little daisy I thought was, there it is. All right, so here's this piece, and then this. Now, at this point, you can pull out some designer series paper, or you could stamp a background. And in this case, let's just stamp some of these daisies in, well, what color is here's my cutout one, right here. So I think because I'm using this piece, I think what I'm going to do is just have a lighter background. This, or should I do the darker? Oh, decisions. I'm going to use the darker. There's those stamps for the rose. There's the rest of them. I know I'm jumping around all of a sudden, but I wanted you to see. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Think of you. Happy Mother's Day. Best wishes for you and thank you. Besides the rose and the leaf I showed you earlier. Are those not beautiful? They are. I love them. So once you've made that card kit, then you've got those to use forever until you're tired of them. But that distinctive look is so pretty. It gives so much detail. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and do this real quickly so that you can see how fast this can be. And I don't think that I'm going to use any, I don't think I'm going to fill it in. I think I'm just going to leave this like this for our demo purposes. And I think I might just love it. You never know. Okay. Again, if you don't love it, we can go back and we can add the detail to this using our bubble gum, our bubble bath. If I had $1 for every time I called bubble bath bubble gum, I'd be getting rich. So got that. This piece, what you want to do is fold it corner to corner. This is your 3 5/8. Okay. And grab a bone folder because you want a real good crease there. All right. This will go, decide, oh, I like this side much better than this side. Both are pretty, but I like this side. So what you're going to do is on the side that you want on top, on the back, you want to put some adhesive. And I am using the Stamp and Seal. I'm not using the plus, just regular Stamp and Seal here. And I don't know if you guys use this or not, but oh my gosh, I just so love it. I'm going to put a little dot right there. You can use whatever adhesive you like, but this is the one I prefer. We obviously we sell it, but it's run so smooth. It's so nice. And this particular one, I have never had it mess up the way our old adhesive did. So on the diagonal, I was trying to get it situated so I could show you how I do this. I do set that on there and then pull this side over. Okay. Now I do find this to be a little bit boring like this. So I will go ahead and put some leaves. Probably I might do the color on the inside of this, and I'm only going to do one just to see how I feel about that. I'm sure I'm going to feel real good about it because look at how pretty that is. And again, you can see, can you see that? I'm looking right through that stamp, and it's so easy to line up, and it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. And I feel like we need a little center in there. So I will use the mauve because I don't want to bring in another color. Or I could do this and then, oh look, ink this up with bubble bath and then go in just on the edges with my Moody Mauve and stamp, and that gives you a little extra color. I like that. So I'm going to do that. Well, then you want this piece to hold this, so I'm going to use one of these. I know I need to stamp more. I need to fill this in, and I will do that. But for demo purposes today, let's just do it like it is. I'm going to grab a couple of my dimensionals, and remember, don't put them on this side over here. You want them on this side so that it doesn't obstruct your sticking your little flap up underneath there. Okay. And just decide how you like that. I kind of like it right there. Look at that. I will add more daisies to this for sure. It needs them. And then you're going to adhere that to this. Look how pretty this is becoming. Yes. Do you get it? It's so simple, ladies. It's so simple, and it's so so pretty. I love how we do this. I could bring in some of that wheat, wild wheat, because it's in here. And I might bring in a little wild wheat for leaves on this as well. But I love the colors. I love this daisy paper. I think it's gorgeous. And I hope that you love that too. I think that's going to be one of our #1 selling sets for sure. And your beautiful daisies are going to be on page, where are they? They're here. Those are our Sea Life. Our daisies are on, oh, one of these pages. Come on. There they are, 111. And the paper, oh my gosh. The whole bundle is $53 for the daisies and the dies, and I love that. Now, I wanted to show you what I did really quickly before I go. Remember this rose from these? Remember this? Yeah, this is the kit but I wanted to use it. So that's the beauty of being able to have those. I've got a piece of Night of Navy that'll go right under there. I pulled out this designer series paper, which I've not shown you, but I'm pretty sure that you've all seen it online somewhere. It's called Country Inn, and it looks like quilt fabric that I have, seriously. And I'm just gonna really quickly look at this with the bunnies. Oh, so cute. Stripes, looks like old-fashioned wallpaper. This one has different, has birds in it. I think they're doves. I don't know, but it's just beautiful. And they're so small, you almost don't even realize what they are. And the colors are gorgeous. Boho blue, Night of Navy. I don't know what else. I'm just off the top of my head. Look at this, little trees in there, little flowers. I just love it. I love this little flower print here. Let me look on the back. This is the other thing I love about our designer series paper is on the back. It's going to tell you Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy. All of that coordinates with that. So with that, I was going to do this. Here's my piece, but it was too busy with this. Oh, look at that. This is perfect. I will use this. I will fold that. These are so simple. I can see you just making up a dozen of these at a time because they are so easy to do. You're going to glue that side like this. I'm not going to glue it all together because I would like to finish up here. And then what are we holding it? Another rose. And I will put words on the front of this one as well. I know that rose kind of blends in, but I like that look. And then I will add words, and I probably would add a couple of these roses on the front. Actually, about 3 of them. So I think this is absolutely gorgeous. This rose that came in that kit, it's the distinctive color again. Now, let me show you a real cute trick here, or a real good trick, is if your ink is over inked, if you've got too much ink in there, take something. You can use a popsicle stick, whatever, but I do use my bone folders. You'll see here's the one I typically use for blending in my re-inkers. But if you find there's too much ink and you're not getting that distinctive look, okay, just take that, move your ink down to one end. It's not hurting your ink pad. It's not hurting anything. And then your stamp will have a clearer, more distinctive look. I don't know if you can see that well on that piece of paper, but I've got a piece right here that I can use. Let's do this. Wow, look at how beautiful. This one, I didn't clear the ink out, and you can see I lost some detail in there. This one, where I cleared the ink, look at how clear that is. So just a fun little tip for you for doing that distinctive stamps, any of our distinctive stamps, whether it's a kit or in the catalog. Okay, in this hot mess of stuff, you gotta find your mouse, and let me figure out, there we are. Sorry, a little discombobulated this morning. A lot on my mind because of the surgery. I'm a little nervous about that, a little nervous about the tooth thing going on. So, I will not be here next week unless it's something amazing happens with my hands and I'm able to do. But I'm just going to say right off the top, I doubt that I can be here. So, happy stamping. Have a wonderful week. Do something fun for yourself and do something kind for somebody else. It's so easy to be kind. And in today's world, we need a little bit more kindness. So happy stamping until next time. Bye-bye.